Was Meghan and Harry's New York City car chase staged to recreate Diana's fatal crash? In the clip I showed you, we have Harry and Meghan walking right out the front door after the Women of Vision award. They didn't have to do this. They went in the back door to avoid paparazzi, and they could have exited out the back door. But they chose to walk out the front door so they could literally get papped. They set up a pap line and a pap walk so they could be photographed. This was completely intentional. Even though they were accompanied by former Obama Secret Service agent dubbed the King of Back Exits for his ability to get celebrities and politicians out the back unnoticed. Forget about it. Immediately following this, they staged a paparazzi car chase around downtown Manhattan. They said this went on for 2 hours with paparazzi riding up on curbs, running red lights, and several near-fatal car crashes. Give me a break. However, it is reported that only Harry and Meghan's car was driving unsafely. This is all staged. They're filming themselves acting stressed, walking a pap line, and driving unsafely to simulate being chased by the paparazzi and recreate as closely as possible Diana's fatal car crash in the Paris tunnel. At one point, they switch into an ordinary yellow cab to allegedly shake off the paparazzi. Look at how stressed the security guy is acting. I stress the word acting in the front seat, but Meghan and the cab driver do not look stressed. Meghan looks like she's enjoying the attention. The cab driver looks like this is just another drive in New York. They interviewed him, and he reported that he never felt like he was in any danger at all. Let's take a look at the cards.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. I think YouTube is unsubscribing my subscribers. And the like button helps the algorithm. So this really, my conclusion is that this whole thing was staged for Netflix. It's going to be their Netflix trailer, and the whole thing is they're recreating Diana's fatal crash. They're pretending. It's all acting. It's acting upon acting upon acting upon acting. So let's just ask the cards. I mean, was this whole thing just... they're just pretending to be chased. They're just pretending that it's so dangerous. It's all just theater. It's all just theater. And I did kind of read on this a little bit, and I did feel that it was set up. I want to see what else the cards want to tell us. Decisions, crossroads, or, this is either roadway. Let's see. We have a no there. Diamond ring. Blockage. Well, the cards have a mind of their own. Definitely have a mind of their own. They don't like to answer the same question repeatedly. Okay, so when you see people like in groups asking the same question over and over, the cards are always just going to keep giving you different answers. They're going to give you different shades of what's going on because they get bored. That's what I think. So hopefully this question is not too similar to the previous one. 9 diamonds. It's all for electronic media. 9 diamonds. 9 diamonds is the electronic media card. 5 clubs. This can be the literal roadway, crossroads. Everything crossroads in the relationship. Oh, that's interesting. 14, 19, 5 clubs. So crossroads, they're at a crossroads in their relationship and the financial situations. So what is crossing them, what is bothering them is the finances, baby. They need money. They need that filthy lucre. They need money. They're at a crossroads in their relationships, in their relationship with each other, Harry and Meghan, and financially. Maybe they're going broke. Again, the relationship is behind. The marriage is on their mind. So finances are causing a big stress in their relationship. No, full stop. Diamond ring can be the marriage. Crossroads in their marriage. They're really having problems. Home. and they hope that they can get more people on their side. Home is people closely associated with you. They live in your home. I have a bunch of shoes leading up to this home. These can be your biological family members, or they can be the people that you most closely associate with, okay, and see all the time. And it's a common saying that you are the amalgam. You are generally the 5 people that you spend the most time with. That's who you are. That's how your personality is formed. So these are the people you spend all the time with. And they're pulling at the heartstrings. So interestingly, what this spread wants to tell us, is that they're having a terrible time in their relationship. If this doesn't get better, they could divorce. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I think that would be absolutely the best thing for Harry. And they're at a crossroads in their relationship, and it's because they're being crossed by money. They're being crossed by money. So money is a huge problem for them, and it's causing a lot of stress in their relationship. And what is the number one reason that couples divorce, besides just pure selfishness? Money. I think money is the number one reason. Financial stress. And that the finances, this is not turning out the way that certainly Meghan thought it would turn out. Okay, so we have Backgrid kicking back. Okay, Backgrid came out with a statement Harry demanded all of the footage, and they're like, no, you're not a king in this country, and we don't have to give you anything. This is America. So Backgrid kicked back on them, and they said, our independent contractors, because I think all their photographers are independent contractors, were not negligent or driving dangerously or recklessly. It was you. So I want to know, was Backgrid in on it? Because in the last reading, Backgrid was paid to be there. But, they're recreating the Diana fatal crash. They're pretending like they could die like Diana. So were they in on that? Because Meghan was immediately threw Backgrid under the bus. Immediately. So were they in on it? Let's just see. Meghan and Backgrid. Because I think Harry was duped. Meghan, Backgrid. So I guess the question is, did she share her plans with them, of what they're going to do, but then she turned on them? So Meghan, communication, the foundation of communication with, and a bunch of people involved. So 15, 19, crossroads. She was talking to a lot of people. And there's a lot of people over at Backgrid. So this is a whole bunch of people she's talking to. Backgrid. We have Coffin here, which could be secret. Part of the foundation with the woman. So they agreed to do this. They were paid. They were hired. But at the end, Coffin, either they don't want to be known, they don't want it to be known, or there were secrets kept from them. So this 4 spades is mirroring the 6 diamonds. So they could have very easily been kept out of the loop of her complete plans. Because like the 48 Laws of Power, which is a book I love and very, very popular, very, very huge bestseller, and I recommend you read it. It says, always keep your plans a secret. Don't tell people what you're going to do. After you do it, then tell everybody, because it's done. Like when I was writing this book, people were asking me if I was writing a book because I was good at cartomancy. And they're like, you should write a book. I didn't tell anybody. And until I finished the book and it was published, then I told everybody, because otherwise, people will mess you around. They'll start writing their own book. They'll try to beat you to publication. They'll try to steal your thunder. All that stuff can happen. Don't tell anybody your real plans. So it's very likely Meghan plays by these rules. Meghan keeps her own counsel. And she did tell them a lot of things, but I think it came as a shock to them how far it would go. they didn't know that Meghan was recreating the Diana death scene. They didn't know that she would say that the paparazzi were crazy and endangering her life. They didn't know any of that. They just knew they were there to photograph Meghan coming out, and they're very happy to do that because that's what they do. Official and Roses, they want everything to. They wanted this to look really good. So I think Backgrid was paid to do this. Backgrid did come out, because Meghan asked them to come out, but she didn't tell them the whole story. Does Backgrid feel burned? Like, oh my God, she threw us under the bus again. Are they going to stop, papping? Are they going to stop sending out photographers to pap Meghan? Because she'll just cut you, man. She's crazy. She's throwing them under the bus. Like, oh, it's all their fault. They were terrible. And Backgrid had to defend themselves. Okay, and they, literally, she hired them to come out and do this, and they did their job, and they did it well, and she's like, oh, you're dangerous, you're doing this, you're doing that. And then she's going to make excuses. Well, I'm not attacking Backgrid, I'm attacking the photographers. Yeah, well, we hired those photographers. Okay, so are they going to start refusing to shoot Meghan when she calls? I really want to know. Is Backgrid going to refuse to shoot Meghan? Fox, lies, many people. Big change. We've got a big change there. Will they refuse to take her shoots? Seven Hearts, the way is open, and the contract is open for the future. They're going to keep a good relationship with her. They're going to renew everything. Everything will be renewed. It's a minor bump in the road. Everything will be fine. That's what underneath says. 8, 10, 19, 27. They have a permanent cross. They have a permanent relationship with Meghan. Everything's going to be fine after this minor bump in the road. What do we have on the surface? We work for a whole lot of people. We here at Backgrid work for a whole lot of people. This is just business for us, and stop pissing us off. 18, 5 diamonds. So you need to treat us better in the future. So Backgrid is kicking back a little bit, but they definitely want to keep the relationship. It's just business, and they'll get over this bump in the road, and they're happy to shoot Meghan. And I think part of that is it's independent contractors. As long as they can get photographers that they have in their Rolodex to go out and shoot Meghan, then we're in business. They're in business, and they're happy to have the business. So they are kicking back a little bit on Meghan, but they want to keep this relationship. They're professionals, and they want to keep the relationship. So the whole basis of this is that Meghan is the new Diana, and nobody is swallowing this anymore. The British are definitely not swallowing this, and the American public, they're spitting it out too. Okay, no one is believing this. I want to know, does drugged up Harry, is he buying into the narrative that his crazy wife Meghan is the new Diana? Okay, and Diana's dead, so she's an icon now. And you can't say anything bad about her, but she's like a real person. And she was probably nervous and sought out a lot of attention and flip-flopped with her emotions. She was a real person, and Harry knew that real person because he grew up with Diana. That was, she raised him. So, I mean, how much is Harry buying into this? So let's look at that, because I kind of look at this as like a huge manipulation. Meghan is a master gaslighter and manipulator. But maybe Harry has really bought into this nonsense that this crazy person, Meghan, is really like the second coming of Diana. Because people believe stranger things. Meghan and Harry. Is he buying into it? Fox. Fox is clever. No. Oh, look at that. Very bad relationship with the mother or the wife. 18, on and on going. Very, very bad relationship here. So Harry over here. No, he's not buying it. The fox is very clever and very unemotional. It's interesting, these cards. Very unemotional, extremely emotional. No, he's not buying it. He realizes that this is the emotional play. Fox is also a great business card. No, he's not buying it. This is just business, and they're playing on the emotions. So he's not buying it. Nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying that Meghan is the new Diana. Nobody's buying it, and Harry's not buying it. That's good. 24, 6 spades. It's all a lie. 6 spades. It's all a lie. This is all a lie. A lie about his mother. This is another way to read it. A lie about his mother. This is all a lie, and it's a manipulation. It's an emotional manipulation. Meghan over here, not like Trinity. Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. They work perfectly together. They're absolutely in sync, but they're 3 separate people, entities. Okay, so big change in how this is working. And no, she doesn't even believe it. 12, conflict. She feels like this narrative is falling apart. So even Meghan feels that her being the new Diana is falling apart. Harry doesn't buy it, and it's a big lie about his mother. He's just using this emotional narrative. So nobody's buying it anymore. So I think a con artist has to believe their own BS. I really do. I really think the con artist has to believe their own stuff to make you believe it. Because I feel like when I talk to people, whatever is going through my mind, very often it will come out of the other person's mouth. So if I don't believe my own BS that I'm feeding them with words, and in my mind I'm contradicting it myself, like I don't even believe it, they're going to be very suspicious, and they're not going to believe it either. So what did these cards want to tell us? Obviously, in my last reading, she did hire them. They did come out. It was staged. Okay, but this set of cards wanted to tell us that they're having a lot of relationship stress, and that stress is specifically around money and the future. So maybe they'll divorce soon. That would be amazing. Was Backgrid in on it? Yes, they were, but Meghan didn't tell them everything. She kept really important parts secret. A lot of people do this to you. Yes, we want you to show up and shoot us with your cameras, but we're just going to throw you under the bus, and we're not going to tell you about that. So will Backgrid stop responding to her calls and shooting her when she calls to pap them? No, they want a permanent relationship. They're happy to make the money. This is how they make their money. No one, not Harry, not even Meghan. Meghan herself doesn't even believe that she's the new Diana. And in order to make this work, she has to believe it. So at least she has to believe it. So nobody believes it anymore. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you the next time.